lot of people call me the godfather of slam poetry in Dallas. I think it's just for the black people though, because I am not the godfather of slam poetry in Dallas. It's a gentleman by the name, a good friend of mine named Michael Clebo Rainey. Yes, that is the godfather. He is the guy who brought slam poetry to Dallas in 1994, and I'm just one of his humble students. He is my mentor and my homie. So that's who all the accolades you go to for that aspect. In this land of plenty, we go into a frenzy to buy the dumbest shit.
Well,
because it's trendy, it's Fendi, a world where women covered in Max Factor, acne-prone complexions want the affections of acceptance with dreams and aspirations of shopping sprees at Macy's. Beware of women not knowing fantasy from reality, moisture their panties be panting with expectancies, heavy heaving chests, nipples erect for men and guess. Guess who? Guess what? Guess how much? No need to fuss, it's just big bucks. Sharpest darky on the bus.
well.
You see brothers lurking shadows with big wallets and tricky lines for girls with big behinds seduced by dollar signs. And it seems today's ladies aren't even fazed by these crazies. They just want to be provided with Mercedes, Benz, by various men with the ends to spend or lend, never realizing the consequences in the rear end. Bend over. Well, prostitutes and tricks for fashion don't care how much they asking. It's just a temporary request for everlasting satisfaction. As long as I get to wear that Fox or Sable that most ain't able, Messino, Versace, designer labels. But most fail to remember that Tommy Hilfiger said a nigga didn't have the figure to wear a pair. But his garments are the bomb shit, so we don't even care. Ignorance in a three-piece suit with matching shoes to boot. And oh, what joy is yet another Yuletide season brings, being led to the slaughter as the carolers sing. Ding, 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 ding-a-ling, ding, ding, ding-a-ling, ding. Overstuffed paper sacks just crumpling and crumpling and crumpling. Buy black, buy white. Look, lady, buy some of this shit. I'm working on commission here. And I can't lie, my rallying cry before Mikey chose Nike was my Adidas. But look how they treat us, cheat us, deceive us, and after the honeymoon is over, the motherfuckers leave us, scratching our heads, waiting for the next fad, another chance to be had. Wannabe Africans quick to buy that JCPenney Kente cloth, forever paying the cost to be lost because the shit's on sale.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the stage. Show some love for No Name Poet. Oh, he's struggling. Hey, it's the longer.
Alright, check it. My name Desmond, by the way. I just decided to go ahead and throw that out there. My name Desmond.
You know Desmond. He has a name. You are somebody.
Alright, Jackson.
The meaning of success depends on who you talk to. Some people just want to ride around in the Benz on 22s, hop out frisky, some $1,000 shoes. Some people just want to have a family living in the suburbs. Funny how my friends changed back when we were young, watching Blue's Clues. People entertaining on social media to gain fame, flexing chains while rocking a big chain for attention from someone who ain't worth a wedding ring. But I ain't mad at him, because I did the same thing. You just want a big name and be a power couple like Jim Carrey had on Fun with Dick and Jane. But you can't pay mind to the fame, because Instagram didn't tell the whole thing. Now he walking around with a thing, I know he gonna have to let that thing bang. Don't be blind, use your brain. These people ain't living the same thing. Artists flex no Kodak to promote their mixtape. Wonder why it's taking so long to see the black Bill Gates. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I want to thank everybody who was here early because I haven't sometimes we got rules and structure and that's cool, but it's also cool to be a little bit flexible. So typically we do have to be finished by 9:30 and we've been running over like 5 weeks in a row. We've been running over. So thank you everybody who got here in a timely fashion. I'm not sure if all the band is here yet, so I'm just gonna wait for them to tell me that actually they have to get off stage. But we don't want to just have some dead space, so we're just gonna keep going until they just tell me, honestly, what the hell are you doing? So right now I'm gonna bring to the stage this brother, and respect the mic. I like to say respect the mic goes both ways. That as an artist, when you're coming up here, I think that we should be prepared, even if, if you're new, we understand this, you might be nervous or whatever, so just do your best, and that's cool, that's totally cool. But, if you want the audience attention, then you need to command that attention. But at the same time, audience, we're asking everybody, for your attention as well. So sometimes, a little while ago, some shit happened over here, but that's over with. And now we're back in this space right here. So I want you to welcome back to the stage because he has some words to share with all of us. Show some love. Give it up for King Shakur.
Thank you, Gino. And I don't call you the Godfather because of slam. I understand I can't give it anything slam. I call you the Godfather because, I was 17, going to Sankofa. You guys just give us homework. I mean, and you led me to the promise, man. I really appreciate it. Seriously. And I came back honestly because I want to apologize, but I respect everybody, so I'm not dealing with disrespect. So and even if I write about bullshit, I still wrote it, so I still want to respect it. Woman of my dreams. I stumbled across her at the library reading J. California Cooper, Some Soul to Keep. She looks up at me. Now, after one look into her eyes, I wanted to give her my heart to keep. Without any doubts or questions asked, you see, I just knew that she was my happily ever after. But that was back then. Because like nowadays, I can't stand her ass. You see, because if tearing a man down was a sport, she would be the MVP and the perennial all-star. Shaq on America was good at turning a black man down, but this woman here has raised the bar. And instead of trying to find the woman who I fell in love with, because at first, our future, it was so bright. But it's like nowadays, all we do is fuck and fight. Well, we can go from her yelling about how sorry I am, or how she's wasting her life with me because I ain't never gonna be shit, to her on top of me bouncing and screaming in ecstasy about how much she loves my dick. I swear to y'all, this 5'7", 165 pounds of crazy is an expert at two things: verbal abuse and making me squirt. She's a schizophrenic certified. I celebrate when she's not home. And when I heard Premier Key and Dolly coming to the house, I run into the bathroom and hide. I be in there pretending to take a shit so I don't have to hear her shit. I be having a daydream about the days before I met this evil witch with kryptonite in her clit. Oh. So she's evil when I'm with her, and she's jealous when we're apart, but God knows I can't leave her because I am so in lust with her. I tried loving her, but her evil ass doesn't have a heart. But she does have the talents of a porn star, and a pussy that is so good that it should be a crime. And when she puts that thing on me, she knocks me out one shot, as if she was Mike Tyson in his prime. But it don't last, because I am awakened with a cold bucket of water and uncalled for screams. All because she claims she saw me kiss another woman while she was asleep in her dreams. Oh my God, what am I doing with my life? This woman could never be my wife. But every time I convince myself I'm heading out the door, I think about the head she gives and I stick around for more. I stick around for sex that is so good that it leaves me balled up like a baby, butt naked, sweaty, sucking my thumb on the floor. Okay, I understand. We are only good at providing each other about 30 minutes of headboard breaking, ass slapping, hair pulling, ice cream topping sex at a time. We can take the same energy we put to having sex and put that to maintaining a meaningful adult relationship. We will be fine. But no, this woman is afraid of happiness, alert to joy, and addicted to pain. The kind of woman you can be on a picnic with on a beautiful 75-degree sunny day, and she'll be sitting there praying for thunder, lightning, and rain. But nigga, her coochie is cocaine. And I'm Rick James. And I did a 12-step program to extinguish the fire and desire that I have for her. Because she had like SWP was weak. And she is the cause and the cure. And my biggest fear is finding a woman who will treat me like the king I truly am, but whose sex ain't worth a damn. So I stay. Yeah, I know I'm out of my mind. I feel like most days DMX was talking to me when he wrote this song, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. When he said, you're whack, you're twisted, your girl's a hoe, you're broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody in my own man say I'm stupid, but I be like, so, I love my baby mama, I never let her go. Oh my God. I never thought I would see the day. Me sprung. I don't even know who I am anymore. I put down my pen. I stopped writing poetry for her. I stopped talking to my mom. I changed my phone number and my name. It's a damn shame. King's addicted to pussy and pain.
A friend of mine recently passed away, and he wrote this poem for me a few years ago, and I'm going to share it with you guys. He wrote it's about me, for me, so for his perception. Born badass. She came out with a cigar smoked to stubble in her mouth. In a busted leather duster she come across somewhere in the womb world. Her and some friends from inside, they broke it in real nice. Wrapped rusted chains around knuckles and ran up on it. Scarred the cowhide like truck stop cement and ashtrays. Some say you're never born bad, but never met her. Lips could light a cigarette, eyes a cold compress. And the first nurse to look at her rubbed her wrong, came out the birthing room like a cartoon spittoon. I'm talking ting. She would grow to wear brass knuckles to soften the blow. She learned to touch softly to lessen the burn. She always knew she'd take each step as destined for her target, but never knew what he was. Didn't guess it was love.
Some of y'all heard this poem before, some of you haven't. It's requested by Miss Audacity. Babylon is falling.
Yes.
I've been liberated from my mother now for 200 years or older. Shed more blood than the Katrina flood, whether the water was hot or colder. Fought for the freedom of many people just so they could have democracy. But by the encouragement of the government, you can still see the hypocrisy. I've owned more slaves than Arlington has graves, and some wonder how I did it. By putting them in a bind and enslaving their minds, but I guess I'll never admit it. But despite the bad, I've done some good, as I'll explain to you in a minute. I've lent my powers after 2 destroyed towers, and yet some people are still offended. I've allowed drugs in my neighborhoods, causing major consequences and repercussions. Now I'm hesitant to have a president who still thinks they're weapons of mass destruction. I've caused more inflation for an entire nation and put more people on welfare. Made the medicine so high that the people have died because they couldn't afford the health care. I've traveled to foreign soil to get some oil and put my soldiers in harm's way, and yet the price of gas has been put on blast since at least 2001 in May. If you haven't figured out who I am by now, I'm staring you right in the face. Plain and simple, like a pair of dimples, because God has shed His grace. I am who the immigrants come to live in a brand new place. I'll do you one better by taking the 7 letters and spell out I am race. A is for the awful atrocities, corporate control monopolies, and unnecessary tax fees that have been placed on the people. M is for the made-up wars and for the mind-controlling military that turns young men and women into proverbial whores with the power to be pimps that are scavenging like shrimps that get rich off of the masses the fastest and never treat them as equals. E is for the ending of the erasing of the history books to pull the wool over our eyes and cover up the countless perceptions and countless lies, knowing full well that they're devils in disguise. It's a shame. R is for the reparations that should be paid to the blacks who you tied up like braids and made them your slave until they were placed into an early grave, but you don't care, and that's unfair because to you it was a business and a game. I is for the inflation of prices due to unnecessary crisis, which puts the people in debt, which you'll soon regret, and you still don't get it yet. C is for the collapse of the empire due to streets that have died that puts the power to be on the hot seat that is hotter than fish grease, which is the word that you heard like Frankie Valli, not Avalon. A is for all that was just said. I hope y'all got it through your head that it is America, that is the modern day Babylon. So I'm gonna play Gabriel and blow my trumpet, and so all you strong soldiers I'm calling, because I got a hell of a announcement, Southside Babylon. It's falling.
We're going to keep this team going. She just requested that poem. Now she's coming to the mic to spit her own. Show some love for Audacity and her shoes.
I'll have a Facebook page for these these shoes tomorrow. Yeah. You can all request them as friends. I don't know if I would really call this a poem, but it was just some, I don't know, thoughts and prose that I wrote. And a lot of you don't know my past, so here's some of it. I bought soft and made it hard just by blowing on it. You didn't get served unless you got it from me, tried and true, hold him down, never snitched, but didn't get that crown nor my king. And that ring was just something he did to shut me up. Other side of the game is not your friend, and thankfully I made it to C23, and from there the rest is history. Planted my roots and stood my ground, but oh, that life kept coming for me, wanted to take me down. I give it to you, you rude and ruthless son of a bitch. You knocked me down quite a few times, but what your master didn't tell you about my creator is he didn't raise me from the dead to be no quitter.
Yeah.
It takes courage to spit your truth, but there's somebody in the room who needs to hear it, so show some love for Audacity one more time. And welcome to the stage. You already know I love him, so show him some love for me. Give it up for B Swift.
I see you every day when you walk by this way.
Some think me sick like Donnie Darko. With a flow it's cold as charcoal. Trailblazer in motion like iron pyrite when I sparkle. When I hit them with the ugly truth, the big clowns don't quite know what to do with it. I be on some different ish, coming underground like the old catfish. Search of a new begin, my friend, to bring this dark age to an end. Solid at night on the mystic flight, won't be held by no earthly plight. Born and bred there to clear that path. Dark magicians about to feel my wrath. People, corporations, hijacking stations, hell bent on keeping it a brainwashed nation, but we don't buy, they don't profit. Take it to the man, even they can't stop it. Capitalism is a shape-shifting system. I feed them with choices, the way to make it listen. If we decide today to eat healthy, we can put a stop to McDonald's, get wealthy overnight with our collective might. Exposed industry for more bark than bite. So here I am in the heart of Texas, emanating light from a solar plexus, with the inner shine giving sight to the blind. Oak Cliff hustle on the righteous grind, from the brass knuckle of the Bible belt. What I speak best believe is fair. Who say that Metroplex ain't got no flex? When we come to your town, all we do is wreck. Cruising through the south, go deep off in that hovercraft. Blasting off to space camp, talking cosmic states and lava lamps. Cruising through the south, go deep off in that hovercraft. Blasting off to space camp, talking cosmic states and lava lamps. Cruising through the south, go deep off in that hovercraft. Blasting off to space camp, talking cosmic states and lava lamps. Cruising through the south, go deep off in that hovercraft. Blasting off to space camp, talking cosmic states and lava lamps.
That was B Swift. Now, after we finish this open mic, like I said, the band is going to get up here and turn it out. They're going to move the tables out of the way. The dance floor is available for your dancing pleasure all night long. So about 12 o'clock, then you're going to go home. But I'm going to go ahead and call this last person to our open mic tonight. So have y'all had a good time? Yeah. Are you going to come back? Are you going to tell somebody else? Oh, no, I'm sorry. One second, because there's a birthday in the house. And she was in the ladies' room earlier when I mentioned it. But her name is Irene. Yes, hi Irene. And I told her, I said, do you mind if we sing for you? So I want everybody to sing along and celebrate Irene's birthday. And this is your husband, Bobby, right? Bobby, how long have you been married? Too long? Okay, long enough, long enough. They still together, so give it up for being still together, okay? So, I'm not the greatest singer. I need y'all to help me. Let's sing for Irene. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Irene. Happy birthday to you. So Bobby asked me earlier, pictures. If we can get the whole picture of the whole party together, make sure they get it. Get the Mr. and Mrs. together. We want to get some pictures for them, so we want to show some love. And now, oh, hold on a second. Sam is going to close it out. Show some love for Mr. Sam Reed, 111.
All right. I'm not really supposed to talk. I'm supposed to start spitting. But I just want to say, I'm trying to get rid of these, so if you can't afford one, I'll give it to you. I just try, because I already got enough to ride the bus home, so. We'll just do a poem. I don't know what you want to call it. I call it parental advisory. Parental advisory, I smack it on the front, just to make sure it's really love that you want. Hold up, preacher man, make sure you heard what I said. I got to make sure these 5,000 get fed. We got leftovers, because you not at the show. Not only that, you told the ones that follow you not to go. I'm tired of watching those I love still running to and fro. And just before I know the time, it's time for me to go. All these other rappers, they don't want you heads to know. For money now, they sell their soul. It's all a freaking show. Politically correct, analytically suspect, and directly related to those who neglect to relay the truth messages they hide in their heart, along with the selfish endeavors they start. Never finish, because finishing means that you win. And they think they know to bail it out in the end. Truth is, if you're running away, you love sin. And running away, yo, that's a lover's chagrin. So stand up for the love of the righteous to win, and pity the hopeless whose chances grow thin. My back hurts. I still put in work. And the way you treat me, girl, sometimes I feel like a jerk. No hesitation. I just spill it on the page. Maybe, son, you'll understand when you have come of age. This life's a stage. The first is last and last is first. Master of the universe. I still rehearse. Not planning on a hearse. But I can think of what is worse, to build your house upon the sand and realize the clouds will burst. Don't carry purses, don't wear skirts, or go shirtless. And when these jokers come along with dotted lines, I tell them all their paper's worthless. I hurt less. If I could tell them all I know, but still they run away from goodness. Oh my goodness, it's like a foot press. The press against resistance has a positive effect, yes? But all the imagery is fooling even the elect. Rest, still they won't get dressed. Still they won't get dressed. Thank you.